Next is to consider the approval of the pollutant surcharge and industrial waste control, right? Yeah, control charge.
Yeah, so these are pass-through charges that we get yearly updates from Great Lakes Water Authority, who is our ultimate water supplier through SACWA. There's two charges kind of laid out within here. There's the industrial waste control charges, which are paid by every commercial and industrial entity. There's about 400 in the township, paid by every entity, and that's related to the size of meter that serves their property. And that's loosely based on the regulatory requirements that Great Lakes Water Authority has to comply with at the state and federal level to serve water to those facilities. So it's the permitting for industrial waste and that type of stuff going downstream. And again, we have 400 entities within the township that are subject to those charges, and they're laid out on the third page there. The second portion of this is really anecdotal because there's a class, the Costco used to be in this class, but they are no longer in this class. But what they do is test the effluent, the wastewater coming out of the facility. They test it for the chemicals stated, such as BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. So that's the amount of oxygen that the organic matter within the water strips out when it's breaking down. Right, and Great Lakes Water, if you pass a highly organic material onto them, it can do things to their treatment process, and they have to add more chemicals to that equation. So it's basically tests their effluent and says if you're high in any of these waste products, we're going to charge you more, right? And so Costco, when they built, were part of that charge. When they got running and tested their effluent, they found that they were lower than the quantity, and they no longer have to pay that. But we still have to approve it through our billing in case, you know, next year somebody gets in and tests their effluent, and now they're subject to these charges. So even though it doesn't impact us now, could impact us another entity if constructed or if opened, but that's the nexus of that charge. So.
Any questions?
I just have one comment that on the resolution, I think there's a typo. I believe it's milligrams per liter. Is that correct, Noah?
Yes.
Okay, so there's ones there instead of
I
others.
see that. Okay.
Sorry.
No problem. I'll correct that. Well, pending the outcome here, I'll correct
Maybe
that.
should we approve it the right way?
Correct.
Would you like to make the motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve it, subject to that change.
All right, motion by trustee Shostak.
Support.
Support by trustee Faki. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That does pass.